for me in that situation specifically, I let it go for too long, where I just let because I saw a narrative and I watched it and you could see people talking about it. You could see the other creators keep in that small space, and which is a big space, but a small enough space where people can just I could talk about Bradley and get this and get that. And it's just this narrative spun about me as my brand and me as a person without really knowing the true story in that video, and in that video, it wasn't it was no tennis. It was like, hey, these are the facts. These are the screenshots. This is how I was used since 2015.
Right.
I've never talked about this. I'm finally telling the truth. And people's response was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like you
and I also opened and invited open dialogue with the owners to come and sit here on a live stream and explain that. They're definitely not doing that. They wouldn't do that because they couldn't sit here and sit across from me and explain to me why they took my customer list. The answer is we don't know how that happened. We don't know. That's the answer I got when I asked them personally. We don't know.
Yeah, like you bodied them.
Yeah, you there's nothing to say to that. There's no conversation to be had that they couldn't look like they've done something illegal in the wrong to leverage to benefit themselves and their brand, which they did over the years, 9 years, working with them since 2015. So my problem was, though, the way it works on the internet, specifically in this, I don't know, kind of like a niche culture fitness space, is like people just run the narrative because it's benefiting them with views, with calling out. And then as soon as I made that video, not a single one of those people who ran their mouth about me 2 years prior said a word about it.
Yeah, I guess if you have the receipts.
I have the receipts.
Yeah, no, but I guess that's what I'm saying. Like if you really have, it's like, what do they say? Like if you're gonna shoot, make sure you hit your shot, right? Like if you have your shit ready and you can shut a narrative down like that, that's different. But I bet you there's still some people who watch your video and were like, this is wrong. Like,
very few.
Yeah.
My problem was, this is what happened. Basically pretty much a year and a half, 2 years prior, I filmed 2 videos about the same topic, but I was way more upset because I was so much more like, yo, I can't believe these people that were basically started from nothing with me out of a small little hole in the wall in Canoga Park where they're reselling Converse and sports memorabilia on Amazon, leveraged me for all those years to fucking switch logos around, build their brand, sell through my Facebook page, download my customer list. I plugged in all these other creators along. This is back through my whole come up. Plugged in all these other creators in the same exact space, making the same exact products, switching logos around, seeing what sells here, seeing does it sell better there. Oh, if this sells really good, then we'll sell that and no one else will sell that. And knowing the data, the customer information, taking all of that. I knew that was happening. I built a secondary company with them where I was plugging people in. We started off 50-50. And once it starts making money, those 2 brothers said, we don't think it's fair. It should be 33rd, 30, you know what I'm saying? So they don't take, so I let them have that as well. I gave so much to these people, being able to order so many units, being able to know what sells versus what doesn't sell, being able to plug in all these other people that are creatives that are making products. Like my buddy Mike, he makes products. Like he's a genius creative, right? Where he's drawing how he wants these garments to look. He makes them, they make the same product, they just put a different logo on it. They switch the logo here, put it there. I asked him myself personally, I said, did they pay you to do that? Because I know that's your product. And he said, no. And I'm literally looking at so they just did the same thing to you, to Julian Smith, this other guy, to Clifford.
They're just not good.
They did it to everyone. Yeah. And then the problem with it was, then on the outside with their athletes, they let people just run their mouth about me on social, on stories, and talk about how I'm this and I'm that and I'm this bad person. But it's like, you're trying to cloud the judgment of this audience because you are the ones who have been doing dirt from the beginning.
Yeah, they're projected.
And the thing that got me fucked up was I never said a single word about this for years, knowing what was happening, because I figured you know what, they're succeeding, I'm succeeding, I'm not going to make it a problem, until it came to the point when we split. And then I start to look in all the details, and I start to look at, oh, there's my customer list. And I start to look at, oh, they're letting all these athletes just fucking slander me around the same time, knowing the transition process, how it's all going. And it's just like, I was just honestly so hurt that I was like, I can't believe that people that I came with, we came from the ground up together, you using me, leveraging this. Like, it wasn't like they were selling thousands of units before they met me. I was coming in 1,000, they're doing 200, 300. 500.
Isn't that crazy? How
I'm doing 1,200. They're doing 300. Like, I was bigger the whole time, so their pricing was better. Their leverage with manufacturers was better. And then at the end of the day, when we finally split, those are our manufacturers. I built the company with you, dude.
So you filmed 2 videos.
I filmed 2 videos.
And you're mad.
I was addressing at the time all the hate and all these kids running their mouth because this kid's saying bullshit about me because I signed some chick that he used to fuck or some bullshit.
Well, listen.
It's all bullshit.
I get it. What I want to say about it that's weird, and also like today we talked a lot about like how the internet has changed conversation and dialogue and indoctrination, all these things. It's weird now that the presence of passion in an argument, which used to be indicative of a strong orator. I was gonna say a certain. Hitler was one of the worst people that's ever walked this planet. Facts. Terrible fucking person, murderous scumbag.
Amazing speaker.
One of the greatest speakers, one of the greatest orators in the history of the world. When you watch him speak, the words are coming from his fucking soul, from his feet all the way through his mouth. People say what they say about Obama. Obama was one of the greatest orators in the history of the American presidency. Absolutely fucking incredible speaker. Nobody from right or left will take that away from him. We've had some incredible speakers, and generally over the course of time, the one presence in that speaking has been that passion. When I speak, I get fucking passionate, bro, about shit because I mean this shit from my soul, from my heart. It's coming through me, right? The internet, in a weird way, has started to now deviate and assign passionate conversation to like covering up, being angry, lying. So when you made that like the idea, oh, he mad. Yeah, oh, exactly. He mad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't even, now you have to deliver something in the most, it's funny because like the same people that hate cancel culture and hate, like that's the thing. There's a lot of like polar opposite dick riding and like and contradictory shit that goes on the internet.
Yeah.
Like the same people that say like, oh, you mad because you're speaking passionately about a topic are the same ones that are like proponents of like completely free speech. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. There's just so much contradictory. So it's like normally if this was 20 years ago pre-internet, your pointed fucking passionate delivery and oration of that problem in your life would have been received so well. But now when you get passionate about something, people are like, oh, look at this old mad.
Yeah. Man. So I didn't post it. I literally filmed 2 and was like, all right, I can't post this shit. Like, it's just like, this is not the time. Cause it's just, I was upset cause I felt super fucking attacked, man. I felt like personally and on a level of like just different sort of disrespect in regards to me knowing the whole picture. And then watching how like these kids would spin this narrative as the mouthpiece of them and that brand to my dismay, to my brand's dismay, to my image dismay. And it just got to the point where like, dude, random people who never met me would have some sort of opinion because I'd meet other people that'd be like, oh, they said this and this about you. And I'm like, who the fuck said that?
Yeah.
I don't fucking, how would you don't even know me. You're taking what someone else says to spin it because that person in reality doesn't want you to like me because of the competition there.